Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi guys, I am zahoorahmed Jamali. The time around 3:30 at Sarari. I thank my Allah for the bliss that He has granted over me, and I am really thankful to my viewers for the love and respect that they have shown towards me. At the start of my video, I would like to request my viewers to subscribe my channel, share my videos, and click the button of liking so that my videos can reach you at the time of uploading. And put your comments below into the description so that I may know that whether my videos are serving your purposes or not. So at the start, I would like to tell that what the topic that I have carried today. Topic is that how to speak English language and what are the rules that we can follow to speak English language fluently. What are the directions? And my earlier videos, earlier than today's video, I already told you that English language is easier to talk. That's not difficult one. And those persons and those learners, those viewers who do not speak English language, it doesn't mean that they are not good persons, they are not talented persons, and it doesn't mean that. So today I will tell you the ways and the rules that would mention you. Sorry. Today I will tell you the rules and the directions and the ways. On acting on these ways and directions, you will easily find that language easy to speak. What are these ways that I'm going to share with you today? And before going to share these rules and regulations and ways, I ask my viewers once again that watch my videos till the end so that you may get the information, what the information I have brought today. That I said that our communication is based on the two types of sentences. One the question and second the answer. One the question, second the answer. If we are good at these two types of sentences, then we do not have any difficulty at speaking English language well. So I hope that you may know about that well, but you know that many of the learners, many of the candidates have put me questions that they are asking me, sir, what way we can form the sentences of the interrogative sentences and just what you call them as questions, and how can we form answers of these questions, what the questions we ask and what the answers we give. If we do not have vocab, then how can we form these type of questions and how can we give the answers of these type of questions? I say that for that I'm also telling the ways that in order to get the vocab, first you need that your listening skill should be good. In order to speak well, what the language you would like to speak, for that language you understand that language well, and for understanding what thing is necessary as that the listening skill. So you just want to get the vocab. Vocab can be getting from different type of dictionaries. But what the dictionary that I'm going to share here with you is that the Oxford's Advanced Learner Dictionary. That's the best dictionary. That's the best dictionary ever in the world, and from which you can not only get the meaning of the words well, but also you get the right type of pronunciations that you can use in your speaking. So I will advise my learners that they can purchase that dictionary from Nawab Shah and from big cities also available there. And before going to tell that, start from the basic words. what are the basic verbs that you know that verb is very essential part of your sentence. I do not ask you to learn the words. I ask you to learn the verbs. What the verbs you are to learn are the basic, are the earlier stage. What verbs? Just as speak, know, help, tell, arrange, manage, like, love. These type of words you need to understand are the earlier stage, are the basic stage. And these type of words can be understood well from the dictionary that I mentioned here in my discussion, here in my lecture. And for getting more and more control over the pronunciations, you need to contact with different sources of electronic media available today. But you know that Wall Street, New York Times, and many radios on which English news are broadcasted. English news are broadcasted, and for that you need a person who knows English language well, who knows the pronunciations well, and for that reason you need to contact with that person also. And another thing that I would like to share with my learners is that you dedicate at least 10 minutes every day out of your 24 hours to yourself and sit alone and meditate over the things, over forming questions. First, what need the speaker as that he should form the questions well. He should form the questions well, he should ask questions from himself. And then he try to find the answers of these questions. If he is able to form the questions and give the answers of these questions, and for that practice, he needs 20 days or more than 20 days, for 30 days. It depends on the intellectuality of the candidate, that what type of intellectuality the candidate has. And you know that one has to separate oneself from the interference of his colleagues, his friends, his brothers and sisters. He has to separate himself from them. Only for 10 minutes. And you know that he needs to talk to his colleagues, to his students, to his peers. But if he doesn't find such type of persons available there, then he can talk to himself. Then he should start talking to himself. For 10 days he does it regularly. One should do it continuously. He should do it continuously for 10 days. For 10 minutes he spends alone and he stops others from interfering with him. That's my instructions to the learners. And you know that what 5 steps that one needs to take on in order to speak good English language. You know that when your listening skill is well, then you understand the things well. What the things the talker is going to ask from you. And if you judge the questions well, you give the answers well. In order to judge the questions well, you need to contact with the different listening sources, just as the media sources, the teachers available around you, and the people who they talk English language around you. You have to contact with these people, and then you stop memorizing the words, basic words. You need to memorize basic words. That words you have to select out of the dictionary that I have mentioned you earlier in this my video. And now I'm going to tell you 5 steps that are very essential for you to speak English language. What are they? First, relax yourself. First, relax yourself. You do not feel any trouble. When you are at relax, you will give the good thoughts to yourself. When you are at relax, when you are at rest, you will develop best thoughts and you will arrange best words to explain these thoughts that come in your mind. So, rest and relaxation are very essential part of speaking English language. So, when you start talking in English language, you be at rest. Why do people say that early in the morning our mind works well? Why do they say? Because at this time our mind is at rest. So when your mind is at rest, when your mind is at relaxation, then you can speak words well and your thoughts flow well. And flow of your thoughts is very essential, is very necessary for speaking English language fluently. And the second one thing that I would like to tell here is that the confidence. You know that there are some people who are naturally confident speakers. There are some people who are naturally gifted with confidence. And these type of people are called extrovert. These type of people are called extrovert. So confidence is very necessary to speaking English language. What you talk, you trust in yourself that you are the right. What you talk, you believe in yourself that you are right. You do not be afraid of anything. When you start talking, you do not be afraid of anything. When you start thinking over the things, you say, oh, what I'm talking, that may be wrong. Oh, if you are thinking over the thing, before you are going to explain, before you are going to talk, then these type of things may create troubles at your mind and they would stop your flow of thoughts. That would never allow you to speak English language. So, for speaking English language, what one needs is a flow of thoughts. And flow of thoughts comes when you have a trust in yourself. And that trust can be strong when you are confident. And the third one step that I'm going to tell here is that you should not talk fast. You should not talk fast. It doesn't mean if you talk fast, it doesn't mean that you are fluent speaker. When you start speaking fast, it doesn't mean that you are fluent speaker, fluent English speaker. What they call? You start speaking slowly. You start speaking slowly so that your friends can understand the things well. Because basic purpose of communication is to understand the thoughts of one another and give the answers and try to solve the problems of one another. So confidence is very necessary. And third important step that I would like to share here is that you know your audience. You know your audience. You know your audience. The people to whom you are speaking. The people to whom you are speaking, you know that what type of knowledge do they have. What type of things do they like. What type of things do they want. What type of things do they discuss. So you need to watch, you need to know the audience, what they think, what they want, what they like. So you need to speak your audience, you need to know your audience. If they like other things and you talk other things, your conversation will never be successful. So make your conversation successful, you need to understand your audience, what they want. And fourth important thing is that you do not ever try that you are perfect, because when you think that you are perfect, also you will never be able to speak. You say, oh, I'm a perfect. It doesn't mean that when I will become a perfect, I will start talking. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong concept. Because men can never be perfect. Even the native speakers are making mistakes. So mistakes are part of our life. Mistakes are part of our life, because when we make mistakes, we try to improve them on the second run. In the second run, and the second time, we try to remove the mistakes which we make in the first. So let the mistakes come. Let the mistakes come, and try to understand and try to underline these mistakes. That what type of mistakes I'm making, I'm trying to remove these mistakes second time. That's what necessary for the speaking English language. But if you say, oh no, at this time I'm not perfect, I'm not talking, this time I will never talk. Why do not you talk? You say, when I become perfect, I will talk. Oh brother, you will never get perfect. Until and unless you are in this world, you will never get perfect. Perfect is the person of Allah. No other body is perfect. You will never get perfect. So start ignoring perfection. That's wrong. And last one thing that I would like to share here with my viewers, that when you start speaking English language, you make mistakes, and let these mistakes, whatever the mistakes you are making, let them. If you are making mistakes, let them. And you need to, whenever you are speaking English language, now there is the availability of many touch mobiles. There is availability of many devices on which you can record your videos, live videos. Record your videos and recheck that what mistakes you made on your speech. Second time, when you recheck, it means you are watching your video yourself. When you watch your video yourself, you check that where you made mistakes. And second time, try to remove these mistakes. Because one time we made mistakes, second time we will try to overcome these type of mistakes. So that's what. And the last what I would like to share here with my viewers is that it starts from the basic. It starts from the basic, because we need to speak in such sentences. We need to speak such sentences that are easier to be understood. And slowly and gradually, we need to improve the language. Not we say that at the start we start speaking advanced English language. That's wrong. It starts from the basic. And then you improve your language. And for the communication, I say what thing is important. I say that you practice. Keeps on making practice over the steps, over the rules, over the directions that I'm telling. मिसाल के तौर पे मैं आपको बताऊं कि आपको अंग्रेजी अगर बात करनी है, मैंने पहले ही बताया अपने वीडियो में कि अंग्रेजी बोलना कोई बड़ा काम नहीं है। अंग्रेजी में बात करना कोई बड़ा काम नहीं है। कोई भी सब्जेक्ट्स को जानने के लिए कोई बड़ा काम नहीं होता कि आप इस सब्जेक्ट्स को जो है नहीं जान सकते। और कुछ लोगों के बीच में ये मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि हमें अंग्रेज़ी नहीं आती, हम अंग्रेज़ी में बात नहीं कर सकते, तो हम इलिटरेट हैं। नो नो बाबा, आप इलिटरेट नहीं हो। कुछ चीज़ों में आपको जानकारी नहीं होगी, आप अच्छे नहीं होंगे, लेकिन कुछ और चीज़ों में आप अच्छे होंगे। आपको अंग्रेज़ी नहीं आती इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप अच्छे नहीं हो, आप टैलेंटेड नहीं हो, आप होशियार नहीं हो, ये मतलब नहीं है। आपको अंग्रेज़ी सीखने के लिए मैंने 2 टाइप के सेंटेंसेस बताए हैं। कौन से? 1 the questions, 2 the answers. If you start working on that thing, if you start working on that line, you will get ready for speaking English language within 15 days. What I say. And those students and those learners who they are feeling difficulty at speaking English language, they can contact me on my WhatsApp number. They can contact me on my WhatsApp number, and I will keep on telling them that what way they should adopt to speak English language easily and fluently without any trouble. And you know that get the vocab, what they need Oxford Advanced Learner's Dictionary, because that tells you not only the meaning but also the right type of pronunciation. That's necessary, because you do not know the pronunciation of the words, you do not understand what the person is saying to whom you are talking. So for that you need Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary. That's a very good dictionary, as I think. So I hope that you will get ready for speaking English language within few days. If you act on the principles, if you act on the lines, if you act on the directions that I'm telling you, then you will get able to talk in English language. Whatever the way, you do not be afraid of yourself. Because when you start thinking, oh, I'm wrong if I speak, I make a lot of mistakes, many students fail because they think that when they start speaking language, any language they start speaking, they will make mistakes. I say there is nobody who is perfect. There is nobody who is perfect, and everybody makes mistakes. Even I'm making mistakes. I'm not a teacher, and I'm not a scholar. Neither I'm a teacher nor am I a scholar. But I'm a good learner of English language. But still I see myself that I'm making a lot of mistakes. But what I try, what way I use to remove these type of mistakes, I keep on finding these mistakes, that where I'm making these mistakes, and second time I'm trying to remove these type of mistakes. So this is what the way, this is not magic. You say that in 1 second, within 1 second, within 1 day, within one colloque, you can be able to speak English language, and there is no other thing. My dear, you need practice. You need practice. What practice you need? You start from the basic. Start first of all. What you need? You start speaking, making questions. You start making questions, and then you try to find the answers of these questions. When you become able to give the answers, form the questions and give the answers of these questions, you will be able to speak fluently. Thanks, all my viewers again, and I say goodbye to them. Okay.